All right, let's challenge everything you've probably been told about building wealth. Seriously, forget the whole 40-year plan. We're about to dive into a philosophy that's all about getting to financial freedom in a tiny fraction of that time. This is the Millionaire Fastlane. This quote, it just cuts right to the chase, doesn't it? The traditional advice, work hard, save your money, invest. It isn't just a slow way to get wealthy. The argument here is that it's a system designed to make you delay your life, keeping you waiting for some far-off future that you could actually be living right now. And this visual just nails the problem perfectly. Think about it. You can run faster, you can work harder, you can sweat more. But if you're on a treadmill, you're not actually going anywhere, are you? It's the perfect metaphor for trying to get rich in a typical 9 to 5. You're putting in all this incredible effort, but you're still trapped inside a flawed system. So let's really diagnose the problem. This philosophy calls the conventional path the slow lane scam, and we're about to break down exactly why it's pretty much designed to keep you from true wealth and, more importantly, true freedom. Okay, look at this. The difference is just night and day. On the left, you've got the slow lane telling you to wait it out to your 65. But on the right, the fast lane is asking, hey, why not build systems that can set you free in like 5 to 10 years? It's a huge shift from saving little bits and pieces to actually creating assets that do the heavy lifting for you. Now, to really get the fast lane, you first need to see the other roads people take. The philosophy breaks down every financial journey into 3, and only 3 distinct roads. Let's see which one you might be on right now. And here are the 3 paths, all laid out. Just look at the mindset difference. The sidewalk is all about consumption. The slow lane, which is where most people are, is about saving. But the fast lane, that's all about creation. And check out the wealth equation. The slow lane traps you in that time for money trade. The fast lane, on the other hand, is about building a system based on value and scale, and that leads directly to rapid freedom. This is so important. Working more hours or getting a small pay bump is not going to get you out of the slow lane. That's just pedaling harder on a broken vehicle. The only way to truly escape is to change your vehicle entirely, to shift from being an employee to being a creator, an owner. So how do you actually build a fast lane business? Well, it's not about luck. It's about a blueprint. And that blueprint is built on 5 core principles, the 5 commandments. Here they are: need, entry, control, scale, and time. These are the 5 pillars. Every successful Fastlane business follows these rules, whether the person who built it even realizes it or not. So let's break each one down. First up, the commandment of need. And this is non-negotiable. Your business has to solve a real problem. Look, following your passion is great, but if nobody actually needs what you're offering, then it's a hobby, not a business. Money is just a byproduct of the value you give to other people. Next is the commandment of entry. This is a big reality check. If starting your business is super easy, like filling out a simple online form, then guess what? Everyone's going to do it, and the profits will be basically zero. Real opportunity is protected by a barrier to entry. It requires you to learn a new skill, take a risk, or do something that's genuinely difficult. The third rule is all about control. You have to own your business, your brand, your platform. I mean, if you're building your entire income on, say, one social media platform or for one big client, you're so vulnerable. They can change the algorithm, change the rules, or worse, just flip a switch and turn off your entire income stream. You gotta have ownership to have real wealth. All right, let's talk about the commandment of scale. The slide shows it perfectly. A freelancer trades their time for money on a single project. One and done. But a creator who builds a digital course, they can sell that same asset thousands, maybe even millions of times. For your business to have a massive financial impact, it needs to be able to impact a massive number of people. And finally, the big one, the commandment of time. This is the ultimate goal, right? A job is directly tied to your time. If you don't show up, you don't get paid. Simple. But a fast lane system is specifically designed to be detached from your time. It's an asset, a little money machine that can generate income 24/7, whether you're working, sleeping, or off on a beach somewhere. Okay, so we've covered the how with those 5 commandments. Now let's get into the why. Because the fast lane isn't really just about making money. It's about a fundamental shift in your entire perspective on wealth. It's about what's called the freedom mindset. This quote right here, it sums up the whole philosophy perfectly. Chasing money directly, that's the slow lane way. The fast lane approach is to focus on building systems, because a well-built system is what churns out the money, and that money, in turn, buys you the ultimate prize, freedom. Let's run a little thought experiment. Imagine you're earning a massive salary. By all of society's standards, you are rich. But what if you're working 80 hours a week? You're chained to your desk, and the whole thing falls apart if you take a day off. Are you really free? Or are you just in a nicer, higher-paying prison? Now, let's flip that on its head. Imagine an income that's a fraction of that, but it's completely passive. It comes from a system you build that doesn't need you every day. You have total control over your time. So tell me, who is truly wealthier? And that brings us to the ultimate redefinition of wealth. It is not about the number in your bank account. It's about how many of your hours, your days, and your years actually belong to you. Time is the one asset you can never, ever get back. And owning it is the real goal. So when you boil it all down, the fast lane is more than just a business strategy. It's a rebellion. It's a rebellion against the someday life. It's about taking control right now and just flat out rejecting the idea that you have to wait for a weekend or a vacation or retirement to finally start living. And that leaves us with this final, really powerful question. This is the question that kicks off every fast lane journey. Don't ask yourself how you can earn more money. Ask, what system, what asset, what piece of value can I create today that will keep on serving others and me long after I finish the work? That, right there, is the beginning of true freedom.